Hey guys, welcome back to Book Talk with Meg. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm just here very late with another video for you guys. Today I'm bringing you my February TBR. It took a while for me to plan this one because I feel like there's so many new releases and so many other books I want to read, so it's kind of like a chaotic month. Very ambitious month as well, but it is what it is. So without further ado, I'll just jump on in. The first book I want to read is the book I'm currently reading, and that is This Adventure Ends by Emma Mills. This is my second Emma Mills book, and ever since I read Famous in a Small Town in the month of January, I've been wanting to read all her books. I have ordered all her books, and I just want to read them all, so hopefully the two others, Foolish Hearts and First and Den, do come in the month of February, and I can read them also. But This Adventure End follows our main character, who I believe her name is pronounced Sloane. A lot of people pronounce it different ways, but basically we follow this main character, a teenage girl who moves from New York to Florida and doesn't really expect to make any friends. She is more like socially isolated until she meets these two twins, Vera and Gabe. Vera is a very important influencer in the social media world, and Gabe is kind of more of a quiet guy. Their first interaction occurs when Sloane actually helps Gabe because Gabe is getting bullied, and the adventure goes from there. I think from what I can grasp, there's some like family tragedy that's going on in the twins' lives, and some of the important family paintings that used to be their mother's has been sold, and Sloane makes it her personal mission to go and find the paintings without telling the twins. And I really love Emma Mills' writing, her character building, so I'm really enjoying it. The next book I want to read is probably one of my most anticipated, and that is Fame, Fate, and the First Kiss by Casey West. If you guys didn't know, Casey West is like an auto-buy author for me ever since I have read a few of her books. Her favorite of mine being Listen to Your Heart, which made it to my top of 2018. Fame, Fate, and the First Kiss follows our main character Lacey, and Lacey has her first like big hit in a movie where she is starring with this cute guy, but at the same time Lacey needs to complete her high school, and her father hires this tutor, and I think things go on with the tutor, and it's her balancing her famous life and her life at high school, and I just think it's going to be amazing. All the early reviews of this have been very positive. I've seen a lot of 5 stars, and if it's anything like what I enjoy in Casey West's books, then I'm sure I'm going to love this 100%. The next book I want to read is actually an audiobook, and it is Sleeping Giants by Sylvain Nouvel. I'm almost done with this. I think I probably have like 2 or 3 hours left. I'm really enjoying the audiobook. It's just taking me some time because I don't have a lot of time to listen to audiobooks, but hopefully I can complete this month. If you guys didn't know, this is the first in a sci-fi trilogy, and it basically follows this main character named Rose, as well as a few other characters that are kind of like side characters, but it's complicated to explain because it's in like multimedia where it's a lot of interviews and case files. But basically when Rose was a child, she fell in this big metallic hand, and now she is like this scientist who is actually helping move along the case of finding what this metallic hand was and putting together this huge giant. I am really loving this. The audiobook is a full cast audiobook, so fun to listen to. So yeah, I want to complete this month. Also this month, I want to read Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. This is the book choice for Chloe and Spencer's book club. I think it's like reading with friends or something like that. It's funny because I was originally planning on reading Six of Crows because of the release of King of Scars, but since they're doing a huge book club about it, I thought I'd join in. I think all you guys know what Six of Crows is as of now. So yeah, this is going to be a reread for me. I have read Six of Crows, really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. So I'm so happy to be falling in this world again. The next book I want to read is The Geography of Lost Things by Jessica Brody. This follows our main character Allie, and Allie already has this complicated life, which gets even more complicated when her estranged father leaves her this, I believe is like a little car. I don't know if like it's a cool car or whatever. Anyways, he leaves her a car, and it's a manual car, and Allie cannot drive stick shifts, so she and her ex-boyfriend, who can actually drive stick shift, go on this road trip to sell this car, and obviously shenanigans will probably ensue. This is a bigger contemporary read, but I am so excited about it. I have wanted to read this book for a really long time, and Amazon had it for like $12 instead of $25. So your girl snatched it, and I really want to read it this month. Valentine's Day month, so cute contemporaries it is. The next book I want to read is The Vanishing Stair by Maureen Johnson. This is book 2 in the Truly Devious series. I believe it will be a trilogy, and I have not a lot of things to say about this. Truly Devious was one of my favorite books of 2018. I really enjoyed it. It is a mystery kind of thriller book following your main character Stevie, who goes to this prestigious academy in Ellingham, Vermont, and she basically studies there, and she is there because she is a kid that learns quickly like all of the other kids, and they kind of learn at their own pace. She is very interested in crimes and that kind of stuff, and the academy where she goes to, Ellingham, is kind of known for the story where the founder's daughter and wife went missing by this man named Truly Devious, and Stevie is kind of interested in solving that, and at the same time there are also crimes that are occurring during present day. The story does go in flashbacks and present day. I really enjoyed it, and this is its sequel. The next book I want to read is Two Can Keep a Secret by Karen M. McManus. I did not read One of Us is Lying, but this one is more intriguing to me. This is again a mystery book. I don't want to know too much about it, but I think it has to do with like the small town where years ago this like prom queen or someone similar to that went missing, and it is happening again. I am very intrigued, and I really do love a good mystery book if it is done properly. I have heard very good things about Karen A. McManus, and so I decided to pick it up. We're almost at the end of my TBR. I'm realizing how crazy it is. I also wanted to read Starfish by Akemi Dawn Bowman. If you guys have not seen my review for Summerbird Blue, who is also written by this author, I highly suggest you look at it because it basically explains why I want to read this book. I have fallen in love with the author's writing, the world building, the characters, everything about her writing, so I decided that I wanted to pick up her other work, Starfish. Again, I don't know much about this, but I do know it deals with heavy topics. I think it follows a main character whose uncle was kind of abusive to her, and he's coming back in the picture, and she decides to go on like a road trip or something else to get out of that situation, and it's a lot about like growth and that kind of stuff, which I am always down for. I do really enjoy these kinds of contemporaries, and I've heard a lot of people say amazing things. I also want to read The Astonishing Color of After by Emily X.R. Pan. I don't know anything about this except for the fact that it's like a main character whose mother passes away and she believes her mother has turned into a bird. I know Books with Chloe really enjoys this, hence why I wanted to pick it up. Another book I want to pick up is Only One Breath Apart by Katie McQuarrie. This came out in January. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about this book. Apparently it is a very heart-wrenching book. It has to do with like two kids who are helping each other and finding each other, and families in regards to like abuse or that kind of thing. I don't really know, but I think it's going to be a very upsetting read, and I love Katie McQuarrie, so I wanted to pick this one up. I also want to try to get to An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. Again, I don't know anything about this book, but I want to keep it that way. It has to do with like these statues appearing, and I know it deals a lot with like social media and what it could do to you, and like being like a social media star can change your life and all that kind of stuff, and it seems very intriguing. I am very intrigued to see how Hank Green writes, if it's anything similar to John Green, because they are brothers. So lastly, I also want to read Heartstoppers Volume 1 by Alice Oseman, which is coming out in like 1 or 2 days from when I'm filming this video. It's already pre-ordered and on its way, so yeah. That's it for my TBR for the month. Wish me luck because there's a giant pile. So let me know what you guys are reading and if you're participating in any readathons. I know there's contemporary-a-thon and all that kind of stuff going on this month. So yeah, happy reading, guys.